Hello, and welcome back to Consumer Times. Today, we're diving into a topic that many of you have requested about the proliferation of pathological labs and variability in results in recent years. The healthcare landscape has transformed with the rapid growth of pathological labs in India. These labs offer diagnostic services to detect, monitor, and manage diseases, with many providing the convenience of home sample collection. As consumers, it's crucial to understand the standards, practices, and potential pitfalls in using these services, especially given the variations in test results among different labs. With health consciousness rising and increased accessibility to diagnostic tests, India has seen a rapid increase in the number of pathological labs. According to industry reports, the Indian diagnostics market is one of the fastest growing healthcare segments, expected to reach billions of dollars in the coming years. The reasons for this surge are multifaceted. With a growing emphasis on preventive healthcare, more people are opting for regular health checkups. Many labs now offer at-home sample collection services, making healthcare accessible and time-efficient. Advanced testing technologies and quick turnaround times have made lab services more reliable and affordable. Labs that obtain accreditation from recognized bodies such as the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, NABL, are perceived as more credible, instilling confidence among consumers. The National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, NABL, is the apex body in India that certifies labs based on their adherence to international standards. NABL accreditation assures that a lab follows stringent quality protocols, including trained staff, calibrated equipment, and standardized procedures for sample collection and testing. An NABL accredited lab must comply with the requirements laid down in the ISO 15189 standard, which pertains specifically to medical laboratories. This means that such labs follow well-established protocols to ensure the reliability and accuracy of test results. However, even NABL-accredited labs may sometimes yield differing results for the same sample due to a variety of factors, which we'll discuss shortly. When multiple labs analyze samples collected simultaneously, consumers may receive differing test results, leading to confusion and concern. While NABL accreditation offers a layer of quality assurance, it does not fully eliminate the potential for variations in test outcomes. Here are the main reasons for these discrepancies. Different labs may use varied types and models of diagnostic equipment, each with its own sensitivity and calibration settings. Some labs use advanced machines with high precision, while others might have basic or older equipment. These differences in machinery can impact test results, especially for measurements that require high accuracy, such as hormone levels or vitamin concentrations. Labs may follow different methodologies for the same test. For example, certain tests can be performed through manual processes or automated machines. Enzyme-based assays, immunoassays, and chromatographic methods are different ways to measure the same parameter. The type of assay or technique used can result in minor to significant variations in the results. Proper sample handling, transport, and storage are critical to accurate test results. If a blood sample is not kept at the appropriate temperature, for instance, it can degrade and produce inaccurate readings. Labs that follow strict protocols for temperature control, humidity, and exposure to light typically yield more accurate results. In home collection, even slight delays or improper handling during transit can affect sample integrity. While most labs strive to minimize human error, it can still occur. Errors in pipetting, labeling, or even data entry can lead to discrepancies. Accredited labs have protocols to reduce human error, but variations may still arise based on how well the protocols are followed by individual lab staff. The chemicals and reagents used in diagnostic tests vary in quality. High-quality reagents yield more consistent and accurate results. Labs that use cheaper, low-grade reagents to cut costs may produce variable or less reliable results. NABL accreditation helps ensure that accredited labs use standardized reagents, but not all labs are equally strict about quality. Even when the same testing methodologies and equipment are used, interpreting results might vary slightly from lab to lab. Some labs might use different reference ranges, making the same result appear within or outside the normal range, causing variations in reported values. Reference ranges depend on calibration with the local population or on the equipment used, so a minor difference in interpretation can impact reported outcomes. Certain biological parameters fluctuate naturally throughout the day. For instance, blood glucose, hormone levels, and certain enzymes can show marked variations based on the time of day the sample is taken. This diurnal variation can cause differences in results, especially if two labs collect samples at slightly different times. With these variations in mind, consumers should take certain steps to ensure they are getting the most accurate and reliable results. Prefer labs with NABL accreditation, as they adhere to international standards and follow stricter quality protocols, which can reduce variability in results. Regular or follow-up testing, it's generally advisable to stick with the same lab. This reduces the likelihood of receiving inconsistent results due to differences in equipment, methods, or reagents. Consumers have the right to ask labs about the methodologies they use. For specific tests, certain techniques may be more accurate, and consumers can opt for labs that use the recommended method. If a lab offers home collection, ask about their protocol for sample storage and transport. Ensure that the sample is properly labeled and handled with care to avoid any compromise in quality. Be mindful of the reference ranges used by different labs. A slightly different range doesn't necessarily mean the results are wrong but can reflect the lab's calibration standards or equipment. For tests influenced by the time of day, such as glucose or cortisol, try to maintain consistency in timing if comparing results across tests. Ask your doctor about the best time to take the test for reliable comparisons. To improve the reliability of diagnostic services, labs should continually enhance their standards, equipment, and practices. Here are some suggestions. Encouraging the use of advanced, standardized equipment in accredited labs can help minimize variations. Regular quality control checks, including inter-lab comparison studies, can help labs benchmark their accuracy against others and work towards minimizing variability. Labs should communicate transparently with consumers, educating them on the reasons. Labs that offer home collection services should adhere to strict protocols to maintain sample integrity. This includes temperature-controlled transport, correct labeling, and minimal delays. In conclusion, while the convenience of home collection and increased access to pathological labs have greatly benefited healthcare consumers, it is essential to be aware of the factors that can lead to variability in test results. By understanding these aspects, consumers can make informed decisions and use lab services more effectively for better health outcomes. Thanks a lot for being with us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with Consumer Times.